On the second day of Vlogmas, TVG gave to me a live stream from our settee. Hi everybody, welcome to Vlogmas Day 2, which happens to also be us getting back into our live streams. Hi, I'm Paul.
I'm Jason.
Together we are
Those vegan guys.
Now, we missed the last 2 weeks of our live streams because last weekend, which would have been Saturday
mukbang,
we were out in Birmingham having a TVG Grub Club, number 6 in fact, in Birmingham with some lovely people. And the week before that, which would have been Sunday, live in the kitchen,
cooking in the kitchen, yeah,
was the Northern Vegan Festival, which we vlogged. So that's why we've missed 2 live streams, a Sunday and a Saturday. We're back into it with this Friday, and we'll be doing our lives at the normal times moving forward. So hi everybody.
Hi there. Hello. We've got our mods in the house. We've got Ashley, who is stuffed on pizza and wedges and feeling a bit sorry for herself, but I'm sure you will recover in no time at all. And of course we have Leanne in the house as well, who is also our mod. So yeah, that's great. Thank you for being here. To our mods and to everybody. 41 in the house already. I'm going to give a very quick shout out to Vegan Runner, Adam, D Rabbit White, Star Cradle, Mary, Ankarad, us 3 vegans, and Mary, yeah, Da Vinci Music. Welcome one and all. George, Sarah, Peter, Beck. I think I've got everyone there.
I think you have
so far. That's in the chat.
Everyone that's chatting.
Yes. So welcome one and all. It's a chilled Friday in our lounge. If you're here for the first time, it's always a chilled one on a Friday in the lounge. We answer a few questions. We catch up with yous all. We see what you've been up to, what you've been eating, what you've been doing, and we share a little bit of what we've been doing.
We do indeed. Leanne's just had my infamous stovetop sausage casserole, and lovely it was too. We had that on Tuesday night because we got them caramelized onion, this isn't pork, sausages, yellow stickered. And I said to Jay, I'll do a stovetop sausage casserole with these and see what it's like. Turns out it was fit.
It really was. Yeah. I mean, it always is, isn't it? It always is. Peter is now Uncle Peter. My brother just had a baby, so I'm now an uncle.
Oh,
congratulations, Uncle Peter.
And congratulations to your brother.
Yes.
On the birth of his baby. And of course his missus.
And Mary has just booked a birthday trip to Portugal in March. Can't wait to see what vegan options I can find over there.
Whereabouts you going, Mary? Whereabouts in Portugal are you going? Apparently Lisbon is fantastic for vegan places to eat, but we've been to Albufeira quite a few times in recent years.
Yeah.
And we found that the Portuguese supermarkets, well, the one that we frequented, it had a great selection of vegan stuff, didn't it?
Yeah, it really did.
Really good selection of vegan stuff.
Pleasant
Because we went South catering, so we stayed in a bit. We had a few lunches in. We had magic weather was terrible when we went, wasn't it?
It was mixed for sure.
Stormy.
We had a few days of stormy weather, didn't we?
Yeah.
Didn't bother us though too much, did it? It was actually quite nice.
Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather.
Jord has been writing a queer zombie film titled The Queer Undead for film studies. I'm really enjoying it.
Oh, nice.
That sounds fantastic. That sounds absolutely brilliant. I love that. Love the sound of that. And Jenny T is joining us on the live for the first time. Evening all, my first live with you. Kiss, kiss. Well, thank you for being here, Jenny. That's lovely.
You've picked a very, very chilled one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you should be all right then, Mary. The Algarve.
Oh, yeah.
Had a few nights around Lisbon and Sintra. Lisbon.
Fabulous stuff. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have my my mint decaf coffee in a mint. If anyone's wondering, I think most of you probably know, but there might be. Yeah, generally a Friday live, we start with a decaf coffee and a mint, and then we segue usually into a glass of red.
It's rude not to, isn't it? Really. So we've filmed Vlogmas 4 today, and Vlogmas 3 will be filmed and edited tomorrow and put up.
Oh, it's all go.
So we've at least got the next 3 days, and then we're going to have a visit to the allotment, aren't we?
Yeah.
For possibly Vlogmas 5.
Yeah, I think it's been 2 weeks. It would be nice to provide people with a little allotment update. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, 98% there'll be an allotment update on Monday. And then, of course, our usual meals vlog on Tuesday. So yeah, and then what comes after that in terms of Vlogmas, you'll just have to wait and see, won't you?
We haven't even got it all planned yet.
No.
Kind of fly by the seat of our pants a lot of the time when it comes to Vlogmas, but that's how we work best, I think.
Yeah, and it's not contrived and it's not too planned. It's just us being us, doing us. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the beginning of Vlogmas actually was a visit to Asda. It was all right. We found some bits. I think there's more to come. So
yeah, I think that's probably the case with most supermarkets at the moment.
Yeah,
because we're tending to find that it's like 2nd to 3rd week of December, which is quite late, really.
Yeah, it's
for
like,
a lot of people.
As you'll see in Vlogmas 4, because I don't mind telling you, we visit Tesco. There are quite a few bits not there yet. However, there was quite a lot of bits.
Yeah,
that's what we kind of said in the vlog. Christmas is all about bits, isn't it?
It is bits and things.
Bits and things,
as we say. Yes. Adam is saying his target is to get on a foreign holiday, probably Portugal, Albufeira, or Menorca in 2024.
Nice.
Excellent stuff. Yeah, we are hoping to get away next year.
Yeah,
we've got our passports now. We've got our new passports.
We're going to Vegan camp out already. That's done deal.
But in terms of like out of the country,
yeah. And I would like to go, just have a few days somewhere.
It would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
definitely.
Very much.
Yes. I was saying to Paul before, by the way, you know what? I might give a couple of things a shout out tonight that we've had recently. That stuff that we got from Asda that we had in our sandwich today.
Oh, that was all right. That
and those choc milks that we got from
Northern. Yeah.
So I might just mention them and just grab them to show you in a second, just to kind of give a shout out to a couple of products that we've tried recently that are actually really good. But yeah, it's been a funny old time the last couple of weeks. So one of the things about kind of doing a live, particularly on a Friday where it's quite chilled, is to just kind of check in with the fam here on YouTube and see how you're all doing. With everything that's going on. Are you as excited about the impending festive season? Do you kind of get into the spirit of it? Do some of you are like, I'm not really interested, I'm not bothered? And will any of you be joining us on Christmas Day? Of course, because we will be live streaming on Christmas Day whilst we have our Christmas dinner.
Probably around 3 o'clock. It usually is. This will be our 3rd year having Christmas dinner live on the TUBEBUDDY.
Yes.
And it's a lovely thing, actually. It's no hindrance or anything. Actually makes us sit at the kitchen table instead of sitting here watching telly.
No, I think we'd sit at the kitchen table even if we weren't live streaming on Christmas Day.
We pretty much always have, haven't we, on Christmas Day?
Yeah, definitely. Adam is back to the allotment tomorrow morning and Sunday morning. Hard graft, lots of rewards.
Yeah,
hard graft equals lots of rewards.
We'll be going on Sunday morning. There's a very important vote to add something to the Constitution down there, which hopefully will make things a lot better for everybody down there. And we need to just have a check on things. We just need to have a check on stuff in general and see, you know, if we've left things a bit too late to salvage our carrots and beetroots and parsnips, but I don't think we have.
I think they'll be all right.
Yeah, I do.
Michael is in the house. Michael, thank you for being here, and thank you for your support, particularly on that there Twitter. If I am correct in my brain's working properly this evening, which it doesn't often work very well, but you know. Oh, that sounds fantastic. Kate says, got invited to speak at a graduate climate conference in Hawaii in February. Looking forward to it, but a little unsure about vegan availability outside of the tourist areas.
In February, is it on Maui? Because they've got 2 volcanoes going off at the moment, haven't they? They've got the big one, like the really big one, which has kind of joined forces with the one that was going off about a year ago, that was going off for a good few months, and they're both going off at the moment. So yeah, a little crazy.
Yeah. Beck says, mentions Rogers Wholesale in Bredbury. They've got a lot of vegan things last week, Oatly 6 for £4. Beck, I think, to be honest with you, you know what? We've said this in shopping vlogs before as well. We're so lucky where in our geographical area where we're based, we're so lucky to be surrounded by really good shops that we can go to within a couple of mile radius.
Yeah.
We've got all the major supermarkets, including Aldi and Lidl, and duplicates of them as well. So like we've got the Co-op in Leeds, which is going to be closing down soon, but we've got the bigger Co-op in Royton.
Yeah.
We've got like 3 Tesco's.
Yeah.
We've got
several Aldis,
2 Sainsbury's within a 2 mile radius.
2 Sainsbury's.
Yeah, 2 Sainsbury's. Yeah. So I suppose what I'm saying is
2 Morrisons within half a mile of each other.
It's probably rare or unlikely that we would venture out much further. You know, fuel costs and just the amount of stuff that we've got in to get through. We're trying to get through freezer stuff at the moment to make room.
Imran, hey you guys.
Hey Imran,
how are you? Lovely people doing? We're doing very well, good sir. I hope that you and the lovely the blooming missus. What's that from?
The blooming missus. It's been used in a few things, I think.
I think it's in the Railway Children.
It might be, yeah.
Well, that's what he called her. The blooming missus. I'm sure it's from the Railway Children.
Yeah. I wish you could have stayed longer as well, Imran, to be honest. You missed out on the flapper. And that was a great bit of time in there with some good tunes and not just rock.
The Firkin Flapper.
It was just called the Flapper. The pub, the Flapper.
Adam, what were the pubs called? Because there were 2 we went to.
Oh, there was the other one. Yeah, there was the other one. I don't know if that was the Firkin. You're probably right. You've got a better memory than me.
Something Firkin or the Firkin something, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And the Flapper was a rock pub in which I felt extremely comfortable.
Yeah. That's not surprising.
Drank
really.
Way too much, though.
We did have quite a lot to drink, didn't we?
We did, but we were on our holidays.
So it was a little mini holiday, wasn't it? Oh, the chat is thick and fast. We're now 85 in the house. If you haven't already, if you're enjoying the live stream and you're enjoying just chilling with us tonight, please do consider giving the live stream a thumbs up if you haven't already, because it genuinely helps. It really does.
Yvonne, she says, when you travel about and abroad, do you bring vegan food items with you just in case? I'll be joining you on Christmas Day. Lovely, it'd be lovely to see you on Christmas Day.
Good question, by the way.
We used to. It's like when we started going to Tenerife, we started taking a full 1 litre carton of cocoa milk with us in a suitcase, didn't we? Wrapped in a towel.
I think we took spread with us as well before
today. I was
today.
about to say that, yeah. So we'd take milk, 1 litre of milk wrapped in a towel, and we'd take spread, but we'd freeze the spread, as in margarine, you know. We'd freeze it first and then pack it the morning we were going frozen. So by the time we got there, it was just defrosting, sometimes still partly frozen.
Yeah.
The whole must be terribly cold in an aeroplane.
I think it is, to be fair. Yeah.
So yeah, we did. And then we discovered that, you know, like those things that simple, the things like spread and milk, we could easily get pretty much anywhere we went.
Yeah.
Even because we started taking, we took to Kefalonia the first time, and then the second time we were like, "There's no
We
point
just
in
don't.
taking
We just didn't
anything
need to. Yeah.
because we'd found vegan stuff there."
And even like other places, like pretty much everywhere we've been, there's been the basics you could pick up.
Yeah.
Tenerife, Portugal.
And if we've ever gone anywhere all inclusive, because we've known we'll be able to eat there, there's always salad, there's always vegetables, there's always chips. If you can't get anything else, but you save on booze. We've always phoned ahead and said, we're vegans, could you provide some soya milk? When we went for all inclusive at the last pyramid in Tenerife, we phoned ahead and we had to ask for our soya milk every morning though, because they said if we leave it out, it'll go. People will just take it. So you come and ask us for it, say what you want, give it us back, and we'll. It was that silk, soy silk, vanilla. It was gorgeous. We had it on cereal a couple of mornings, didn't we? Lovely.
Yeah. I was just having a quick.
Sorry, that was a long answer to a short question.
But it's good. It was a good question. It was a good question. And the thing is that the first couple of times we went abroad and we were vegan and we were taking stuff with us, just to kind of extend the answer even further, just to say, we didn't know. Like, we were like, right, we think the milk will be okay. We think the margarine will be okay. And it was absolutely fine.
Well, and I have to tell you this, it's about 12, 13 years ago, before we were vegan. When we were vegetarian, we made loads of mistakes. It's like we had yogurts every morning for breakfast until we realised that they actually had gelatin in them. So, you know, we've made boo-boos. Not as vegans, thankfully. I think we're a lot more on the ball.
Ashley says, I'm sure you took sausages one year, didn't you, lads? I think we took those packs, didn't we? Those dry packs with us.
No, we took a pack of... oh, yeah, we've took those dry packs, loads.
Sausages and the falafels,
yeah, the kind that you make up with water. But I think we took some Turkey sausages because they're vacuum packed.
Yes.
I think we took them to Kefalonia.
I think you're right.
And we had a dinner one night with them with a salad.
Yeah.
Well remembered, Ashley.
Yes. I'm just going to scroll back up a little bit and just try and make sure that we've not missed anything significant.
Shall I pour us a little bit of wine?
Dorcas is in the house. Dorcas has joined us. Good evening. Shall I pour us a bit of wine? A glass of wine would be delightful, yes. Irene went to York and Harrogate on Saturday with her daughter, and we break. Done us both good.
Yeah,
excellent.
Our trip to Birmingham did us good, didn't it,
Yeah, definitely.
It was nice.
Adam's answered your question somewhere. I'm just trying to find it.
What?
Adam's answered your question somewhere. I saw it. I'm just trying to find it.
What question?
About the pubs. And
tomorrow.
Michael says, I shall join you on Xmas Day. I spend most of my time alone, so it would be nice company. Well, Michael, that'll be delightful. And you'd be more than welcome to join us. We will be live streaming, stuff in our faces, and just generally having a chat.
Maybe tomorrow I'll find what I'm after.
We've been listening to Barbra Streisand in the car, so that's what Paul's singing, by the way, in case anyone's wondering. Thank you very much.
From the Encore album. Fantastic album. What album of theirs isn't fantastic? No. We've just had a gorgeous dinner. Although not mad on the drumsticks, to be honest with you. I prefer the oomph ones.
Yeah.
We tried the biff. You'll see in Tuesday's meals vlog. We tried the biff drumsticks. They were okay, but we had a lot of hot sauce. We had hot sauce in our rice and 2 pots of hot sauce for dipping. Quite lovely. Have you missed anything, love?
I'm just scrolling now. I was trying to find Adam's comment about the flapper and firkin was definitely one of them. The Colmore And
the
the flap.
Colmore and the
And the flapper
it's
and
called the
firkin.
Flapper and Firkin.
Yeah.
So the Flapper and Firkin is the rock pub.
Yes.
That was my favourite.
It's a good pub.
The Colmore was nice. It felt a bit wine lodgy.
It was like a cross between a wine lodge and a library.
And a Merlino lounge.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, a lounge.
Okay.
Without the tables, you know.
There we go. Okay. So, yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you this as well as a little cheat, because you'll find this out in Tuesday's Meals vlog. The 24-piece Indian party selection that we got recently for £2.50 from Heron, you may have seen on a little mini vlog or a vlog. We had it last night for dinner to try it. Not bad. Not wonderful, but not bad. Everything on it with vegetable pakoras, onion bhajis, and samosas. Everything was a tiny little bit bland, but we had hot sauce.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It was kind of all just a bit subtle, wasn't it?
It was passable though. It was nice little party pick me up.
Yes. Whilst we're on this subject, and before I forget, I'll just go and grab those couple of things that we're talking about, and I can show you.
Do, Bromley.
There's the thing from Asda, the milk. There was something else as well. What was the other thing? It's gone out of my head.
What thing from Asda?
There was the egg mayo.
Yeah, and the protein shake.
Yeah, there was something else as well.
You only mentioned them two.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, quick update. Following the Asda vlog.
Mm-hmm.
If you've seen it, we got this.
I was going to say you can go quite close.
We got this, and we had it on a sandwich today for our lunch. And it's great. It's really good.
It's quite nice.
I'm putting you on the spot here, but I don't suppose you can remember how much it was. It was like £1.50 or something.
I think so. It was no more than £1.50.
Yeah.
It was either £1.50 or £1.
Cannellini beans and seasoned tofu in vegan mayo. So there's that. Highly recommend. And when we went to the Northern Vegan Festival, we got one of these each for free in our little VIP pack. And we had this between us today for a little drinky. And it's absolutely gorgeous.
It's very thick.
It's thick. For anybody
very nice and thick.
Pre-vegan,
really got to shake it.
If you remember the fridge milkshakes, the really thick chocolate milkshakes, and I don't even know if they still sell them anymore. They probably do. It's a similar thickness. Mm-hmm. It's a really thick chocolate milkshake, 20 grams of protein. They are a little bit pricey. I think they're about £2.80 to £3 to buy in the shops on their own. But you can also get I think a pack of 12. And if you buy them in bulk, obviously you're getting them cheaper. So yeah, I just thought I'd just mention those two things because yeah, I've been impressed with both of them today. So there you go. Mary's asking, how is Isis doing?
She's very good. She's being ignorant as usual and she's upstairs. However, you never know. She might pop down and say hello. She occasionally does.
Yeah.
But she's doing great.
She is.
She's loving life.
She's loving life. She's loving her box. She's loving the beanbag upstairs. She's loving sneaking into our bedroom and playing with what is now her bedroom bag.
She's got a plastic bag on the floor in our bedroom, which we keep there for her.
This is like a new thing that she seems to be very excited about because it's a new thing. And then a week from now, she'll have forgotten all about it and moved on to something else. And Beck is asking, what are you having for your main on Xmas Day?
I think I'm probably going to end up doing the 86 Eats deli turkey again. I know it's deli turkey, but still, because you can cook it. There's a vlog on the channel for it, by the way. You just make it with vital wheat, gluten, tofu, and lots of flavorings, basically. And make a little turkey joint that you cook and then you keep putting in the fridge for 24 hours. And then we slice it with a mandolin, really thin slices. And that does us for it did last year, for our Christmas dinner. And for sandwiches for like days afterwards. It lasts about 10 days, really good. stuff. However, there's so many joints out there at the moment. They're all bringing one out. Aldi, as you'll see in the Vlogmas vlogs, we'll cover as many of them as we can.
Rebecca says, hello everyone, Paul and Jason, just ordered some vegan stuff from the Asda. From Asda after seeing your video. I know I got the lemon cookies you mentioned.
Nice.
Excellent stuff. And Adam is saying, and this is a good question. It's a very, very good question. Out of interest, has anybody else purchased an apron and planning on doing any pickies?
Where's my WhatsApp images?
Excellent, mate. Excellent.
And just in case you're wondering what Adam is talking about, you hide your face, Mr. Bromley.
Well,
Adam said he was going to do a naked chef photo shoot when he got his tofu eating Wokarate apron from our merch, and he totally did. And there you go.
yeah, there you go. Indeed. What more can be said about that, really? Do you know what I mean? Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. Angela says, Liz just said the Aldi stuff looks amazing. We will be going soon.
Yeah, we'll be doing a vlog there.
One of the Vlogmases.
Most of our shopping vlogs will be in this early part of December. I think the latest one might be a catch up to Tesco, which is Vlogmas 4, day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we'll have to do a top up on that because some of the stuff isn't coming in until the 12th of December. This is the thing about the Christmas period. It's always awkward because when you're vloggers, you want to get everything done as soon as possible so that people can see, make an informed choice and say, right, I'm going to go there for that, that and that, there for that. You know what I mean? But it's a bugger because some of the stuff isn't in until like mid-December.
Yeah.
So we're going to do them all as early as we can, and then we'll do top-ups when we know other things have gone in.
Yeah.
But we'll try and keep you all informed about as much festive stuff as possible.
We are also, I mentioned it to you before, and you said that they've already got them in, haven't you? That the Aldi, for the first time this year, are bringing out a vegan cheese board.
Mm-hmm.
Like a pack.
I didn't tell you. You told me.
No, I told you, and then you said I think they've already got them in.
Oh yeah, because I've seen it on
Yeah.
Facebook. I've seen someone say it, but still, you told me.
Yes. Oh, just going back to what we were saying before about ISIS. Ashley says, you say that, Jace, but I can't believe she's still got that box.
Here's the thing, Ashley. She always has a box, though. When we lived in the vicarage, she used to have a giant box in the kitchen with a door cut out of it, a hinged door and 2 windows.
Let's not beat around the bush. It was basically a Wendy house.
Yeah. And she was so territorial over it. You couldn't go near the windows or the door, could you?
You'd get mauled. Yeah, you would. You'd get gored.
And ever since then, she's always had a box. She had one in the kitchen for ages, and then we got rid of it. And then when this one came, we were just like, oh, let her have it. She jumped in it. I was like, oh, let's just keep it for a bit. Like, rather have a box again. And how much later is this? A year?
It's been a good while now, hasn't it? It really has. It's been a good while. Da Vinci says, did Adam get the nude modelling rates? Nice. Yeah, we didn't even think about that, Da Vinci. We may have to come to some kind of agreement in the future.
Hey, he offered.
He did?
He offered to do it.
He offered.
We just cajoled him into doing it.
Kerry Baxter is in the house. Thank you for being here, Kerry. Kerry says, hi, those vegan guys. Hope you're okay.
We are, thank you.
We are doing good, yes.
Angela, Waitrose is the only one we don't do because there isn't one within an easy driving distance of us. So, yeah.
Oh, just jumped. Ryan's in the house. Thanks for being here, Ryan. Jason, I'm loving the addition of synthwave music in the most recent vlogs. It's a very welcomed addition. Well, thank you, good sir. Thank you. I fluctuate. I jump between things. I've kind of got my mainstay in terms of my musical stylings for the meals vlogs, and that's a mainstay, I think, for now. everything else is fair game, genuinely, isn't it? In terms of the music that we use a lot of the time. So, and now with the, what's it called? Epidemic Sounds. There's so much to go at.
Fantastic website.
Loads.
It's a monthly subscription. It's like if you're a vlogger, you kind of need it.
Yeah.
Well, and we only found that because we kept hearing music on other people's vlogs, and we were like, "That's amazing. Where's that?" But every time we searched it, it was Epidemic Sound, Epidemic Sound, Epidemic Sound. So I looked it up, and it was like monthly subscription. I was like, "Okay, all right then." You just missed. Angerad said, "Fudge loves these boxes too."
Ah, yes, of course.
Rabbits
of course.
and cats.
Lovely.
The barn pots.
Adam's going back to the comments before about the apron. Adam says, Emma wouldn't let me do a full back picture.
Well, I don't blame him, because all that would have shown is 3 pieces of string, wouldn't it? 1 around your neck and 2 hanging down your bum.
It's funny. Tracy is in the house. Other than holiday roasts and pumpkin spice, everything about the only clearly marked vegan festive products I've personally partaken of / seen near us is eggnog.
He was asking about that today, weren't you? Saying, wait, because I don't think now somebody correct me, have we ever had an advocaat? We call it advocaat over here, by the way.
Or if you're Irish,
same thing though, it's eggnog.
Advocaat.
Has anyone ever seen a vegan advocaat, like a commercially available one, not a recipe for? Because I'm sure somebody's probably, you know.
Yeah, it's fair question. Da Vinci, are you planning on having a Christmas tree this year? Absolutely, Da Vinci. In fact, you'll see it, hopefully.
See tomorrow's vlog.
If you tune in tomorrow to the channel for Vlogmas 3, you will see our Christmas tree, and it is...
We're doing exactly the same thing as we did on Vlogmas 3 last year.
I was going to pick it up.
No, I'm just saying it's like we did it on Vlogmas 3 last year, so we're doing exactly the same this year. Vlogmas 3 is to do with a tree, and him and me. You'll see.
Oh dear me. Angela's got 2 aprons to wear in the upcoming pantomime that she's in. 1 polka dot and 1 floral. Very nice.
I had an apron in the pantomime I was in, over a very, very short, very full-skirted dress with huge boobs. I mean, like, stupidly huge. Dame Nelly.
Yeah.
It was a good part.
Good times, wasn't it? I'll take a moment, by the way.
Enjoyed it.
We are just a little over half an hour into the live stream, and there's 96 people in the house, and a very respectable 75 thumbs up. It would be fabulous to try and get the thumbs up to 100 before we finish. That's what we always try and aim for. That would be amazing. I do. Sorry. Yeah, I do. But I'll also just take a moment and say much love and send hugs to Mum, Dad, and Auntie Pearl. Mum and Dad, I'll give you a call tomorrow. We've missed you. I think we've not seen you for a couple of weeks.
We haven't.
So with everything, all the shenanigans and everything going on, so I will give you a call tomorrow, and we will make sure to catch up with you over this weekend. Although I am working tomorrow night.
We had a busy 3 weekends in a row, didn't we? Kay came up.
Yeah.
Then Stuart came up. We went to the vegan festival.
Yes.
And then we went to Birmingham. 3 weekends in a row.
Yes.
But that's good sometimes, you know. Sometimes life gets busy, and that's a good thing, because it's nice to connect with your friends. It's nice to relax. I love going to vegan festivals. This time we normally I'm like in, look around, buy things, leave. This time we thought, let's vlog as much as we can, and get some exposure for these companies and little businesses and stuff. And we had lunch there, and it was lovely. It was lovely, wasn't it?
It's actually really nice to just chat to people as well, isn't it? To just actually make some time to actually just chat to people, not just the stall, you know, the shop stall holders, business owners, but also just people who were kind of milling around. And you know, it was nice that a few people came up and kind of had a chat with us and introduced themselves as subscribers, people who watch the channel, that kind of stuff. Yeah, lovely, absolutely lovely. Leanne says my tree is going up this weekend. 2 choir performances tomorrow, so may crack on after that.
Hey, good luck with the choir performances, Leanne.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Leanne, are they festive choir performances? They say never assume, but I'm assuming now at this time of year that there'll be festive choir performances.
Death falls with boughs of holly. La 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 la.
I'm not quite there yet myself. I don't know about you.
What?
I'm not quite there. I'll probably feel
in
different.
The festive place.
Yeah, I think once the tree's up,
yeah,
I'll feel a bit more.
That's always the kind of key for us. Once the trees. Oh, guess what we've decided to do, by the way? You know, we watched Voyager from beginning to end. We're going to do the same with Next Generation now. After watching Star Trek Generations, the film last night, which came either partway through the series or after the series had ended of Next Generation, and was, in retrospect, having watched it again, a beautiful way to pass the torch from Kirk to Picard. Beautiful.
Yeah, it was quite emotional, wasn't it?
We were both crying before it even started.
It was like, what, 15 minutes in or something, 10 minutes in?
It was about 30 seconds in when I started crying. I saw Kirk.
Yeah, yeah. But you do cry a lot about things.
So do you.
You know what I mean?
You big stupid baby.
Ashley says, we might have blagged Sunday/Monday off, but I'm not holding my breath. Monday, 5th of the 12th, is my wedding anniversary. His gift this year is the gift of life, his own. Joking, of course. Very nice. Oh, yes.
Happy 8 years.
8 years on Monday.
Happy anniversary for Monday, Ashley.
Most definitely.
And Tom, of course.
And Tom, without a doubt. Yeah. You're a gorgeous, gorgeous pair. It
doesn't come as a shock that you and Tom don't put a tree up, Ashley. Or Christmas decks.
Each to their own. No judgment here. Each to their own.
Yeah. It's not like it's a law, right?
Yeah. I'm always curious. I'm genuinely curious because, like, we've got neighbours across the way there, and it's literally, I think it's like 2nd or 3rd week of November. The entire house is smashed.
The house and the garden. And everything.
They love it. They love it. They do.
They're very American that way, because that never used to happen over here in this country until we started seeing it in America, and then some Brits were like, "I can do that." Yeah, but why would you want to?
Yes. Yeah. Kate is looking forward to Xmas this year. Decided to fill all my little Xmas goodie bags for the fam with vegan chocolate and sweeties in place of the usual fare of previous years, hoping they all go down well.
Nice.
Well done, Kate. I think somebody was having a conversation about this. I think somebody asked that question in that vegan group. It might have been the WhatsApp group.
About gifts, like, do you only buy vegan gifts? It's like, we've gone to that now, haven't we? It's for the past few years.
Definitely. Yeah.
We don't buy anything for anybody that isn't vegan.
Yeah. That's standard now.
Like when it comes to even drinks and stuff, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's just fine.
That's why I'm glad Jameson's whiskey's vegan.
For your man.
But yeah, and because I made Bailey's with it.
Of course. Yeah. Oh, Tracy and Leroy, our family's tradition is to put up the tree on Christmas Eve. Interesting. Like, see, now that to me, again, everyone's different, aren't they, in different parts of the world as well. That seems quite late to me. But then I suppose it depends on, for some people, it's just having a tree up for a few days, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's it, and that's enough.
I like mine up for like quite a lot of December. It has to be down before New Year. But yeah, the kind of 3rd of December's been the time for the last couple of years, and it seems like a good time.
It works, doesn't it? Yeah, it works for us. And going back to what we were saying before, because with Leanne having the 2 concerts, Leanne says, thanks. Well, the first half is non-festive, then festive second half.
Nice.
Excellent stuff. Proper nice. You know what I love, and I've got fond memories of? not just singing Christmas carols in the choir, in the cathedral choir at Christmas, but actually all of the harmonies.
I want to sit back a little bit.
When you're in a choir, all of the harmonies that accompany traditional Christmas carols are beautiful. They are so, so nice. I miss singing Christmas carol harmonies. And yeah, I just thought I'd mention that. Yeah, it just came into my head then. Ooh, the chat just jumped.
It did massively.
I'm just going to scroll back up a little bit. Angarad, we put our tree up yesterday. Nice. Excellent. So we're pretty close. We're not far off. Adam, if Da Vinci had asked Adam if Adam was planning on starting doing allotment vlogs, now he's got an allotment, and Adam said, Da Vinci, I'd love to, but I don't know how to edit, but I do post pictures on my Instagram. Adam, if you ever change your mind about that and you want a little bit of a mini crash course, and I'm not offering this out to everybody, I know Adam well, he's a mate, a genuine mate, because the rest of my life would be taken up. I don't mind chatting you through the basics of editing. And if you've got the time to get into it and do it, and you want to do it, happy to help you with that, mate. So the offer's there. And Da Vinci's just said that underneath, hasn't he, Jason? So you can a nice one, Da Vinci. Throwing me under the bus, as we say here in the UK. I don't know if it's a known saying elsewhere.
Ices, little ices. What's that tune?
Gremlins.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm glad that came to me, and it wasn't one of those things that was like gonna literally send me brain loopy. Leanne says there's a few houses in our street that look like Blackpool illuminations. We are very subtle, lol. Yeah. I think some people just like to have a bit of competition, don't they, to see whose house they can, can be the biggest and the best. Oh, that's an interesting question, Da Vinci. If you could time travel, would you go into the future or the past? So you only have one. It's a one-time deal. You get one choice, one time only. Would you go to the future? Would you go to the past? I think I'd go to the past. What would you do? And I'll tell you why in a minute.
I'd want to go to the past because maybe I could influence the future.
Ooh, butterfly effect. You're not supposed to do that.
No, I don't really care. If you had the chance to meet Adolf Hitler as a young man and steer him in a different direction, get in his head and really talk to him deeply and become his friend and get him to think differently.
Steer him towards a coastal path.
Would you do it?
Possibly. I was thinking about, I'll be honest with you, because I said I was going to explain it. I was thinking about going back way further than like Hitler and stuff like that. I was thinking of going like way back and finding out, okay, let's find out what happened. Let's find out exactly what happened and how these fabulous pyramids got built. I'd go way, way back. Anyway, so there you go, Da Vinci. We'd both go back in time rather than go forwards. Good question. Oh, that's nice, Angela. Angela says, a huge shout out to all you kind folks who sent healing vibes to our fur baby Bumble. He was in the vets for 2 nights, but he's doing really well 1 week on. Brilliant stuff.
They're tough little cookies.
They're incredibly resilient, aren't they? They are. Yeah.
Oh, I know. That jumped again massively, didn't it?
Okay. Star Cradle, you've got to check out our Vlogmas tomorrow and see the hard work that goes into putting our tree up.
Oh, the sweat and the toil.
It's intense. It's intense. There's been years where I've just given up. I've been crying in a corner and Paul's gone full Monica. He's got a headset on. He's screaming, running around the living room, throwing baubles.
Where's the tinsel?
Oh,
James Stubbs, just want to say my dad has come across your videos and was telling me all about them the other day. He's gone from vegetarian to vegan. Oh, well done, your dad. And he keeps telling me about your shopping blogs. Thank you. Cheers to James's dad.
Cheers, James's dad, Mr. Stubbs.
Well done, dude. That's
Excellent.
what we did. Veggie to vegan.
Nice one, Leanne. Carol of the Bells is fabulous. I totally feel you, Jace. Yeah, absolutely.
Carol of the Bells, is that?
I think so. Yeah.
Is it that one, Leanne?
I bet it isn't. I bet it's not that one, which would just make out.
Whip crack away, I think you're gay.
They're not the words.
I know.
Jeez. Dorcas. Our tree gets put up several times each Christmas because the cats are always climbing up the thing and demolishing it.
Do you know we've never had that issue?
Isis likes to sit under the tree.
Yeah,
sometimes.
or near it, and she might just like touch one of the things, but they're attached.
Yeah.
You know when they look at you while they're like, look at what I'm doing. Don't like it, do you?
One Love Dre is in the house. Good evening, guys. Would you be able to tell me where I can find the naughty vegan curry pies?
They naughty vegan curry pies. Oh yeah. Morrison's are, as far as I'm aware, the only place where you can get them, and you might have to try a couple because they won't all of them in.
Yeah, it's a bit hit and miss in it sometimes.
Whereas the Fry's curry pies have been available in farm foods muchly, haven't they?
Yeah. Fair point. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, but they are great. I mean, I understand One Love Dre. I understand you being on the hunt for them because they are great. The entire naughty range is fantastic. Can't fault them at all. Really can't. Ryan, good question. Favorite Christmas song or songs?
Barbra Streisand's version of Jingle Bells. Look it up. It's crazy. So fast.
I like the classics, even though I'm not like a religious person. I do lean into them, but it's just my upbringing. It's where I come from. So things like Away in a Manger, Silent Night, Hark the Herald Angels Sing. I saw three ships. Saw three ships come sailing in on Christmas Day. On Christmas Day. Yeah, that one.
On Christmas Day in the morning.
Yeah. See, this is getting me in the festive spirit now a little bit. Yeah. Oh, that's nice, Peter. Another person coming to my parents' Christmas is now vegan. Nice. Nice. That should always be celebrated.
Adam's got nine people going on Christmas Day, and his mum and dad are going, and he's right proud of them. I would be, and all.
Yeah. When you mentioned that last weekend, Adam, that was it's so awesome, so totally awesome. Yeah, I hope that you can relax into it, that it's not too stressful, and that you all just have a damn good time. Do you know what I mean? Because I can appreciate that. Oh, hair. I can appreciate that it could feel a bit pressured and a bit stressful, you know, in terms of the prep and getting it all sorted for that many people. But I really hope you just can have a belting time.
Kale says, what would you all say is the best vegan date night at home dinner? So specifically, what's the best vegan date night dinner that you cook at home?
Oh, that's an interesting one.
I have to be honest, Kale, and say if I was inviting someone for a date, I would probably give them a choice of 3 things, because that would help me gauge not something deep about them, but something about their food kind of taste. So I'd say we can either have a filthy burger and wedges and slaw. We can have a delicious home-cooked gardener's pie with fresh vegetables, lentils, sweet potato and white potato mix top, like our recipe on the channel. Or We can have something Eastern and spicy, either a Chinese platter, a Thai bowl, a noodle soup. Because I think that somebody's giving somebody those options, and having them go, oh, I think I might go for the, you know.
Yeah. It's like, wasn't there a round of MasterChef where they had to do something similar to that? They had to create, like, was it 3 courses, or they basically create a menu, and then they chose from the menu, didn't they? I don't know whether it was the British MasterChef or the Australian MasterChef, but I've got a vague. But I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea. As for me, I'm not a cook. I don't cook stuff, so it'd be probably, you know, frozen pizza, jacket potato, something like that, you know. Tracy just talking about the massive commercialization of Christmas over in the States. Like, it's really full on.
Sarah. I love Sarah again. Sarah from TVG Grub Club 6.
Hi, Sarah. Thanks for joining us. And that's actually quite interesting. 6th of January. My dad remarried a Ukraine lady, so we now keep the tree up till the 6th of January because that is when it is their Christmas. And then New Year is the 1st of January. I can't get used to it. Wrong way around. Yeah, I can see how that would be confusing.
Oh, Nadine, that's quite a deep question. What are your future plans and what would you like to achieve from YouTube in the coming months, years? Well, obviously, we'd like to grow on YouTube, but with people that will benefit from watching us. You know what I mean? Because I do think that that's how we set ourselves up as the kind of channel we would have really appreciated at the beginning of our vegan journey. Simple, down-to-earth, working-class stuff that's easy to find and cook, and, you know, and that's why I wrote the book. Well, put the book together.
Yeah.
And that's why I've kind of developed the recipes I have, because I thought, like, well, that sounds interesting, but it's very complex. Can I make it simpler? You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we've kind of mentioned it before. I think I'd like for the channel to continue to grow, but to, like, similar to what you said, like for it to continue to grow organically. Yeah, that's the word, isn't it? Most definitely. I'd love for us to be able to see more of the world. I know lots of people say that, but it is something that we're very passionate about.
Yeah, I would like to travel vlog more.
Yeah.
But I'd like to be able to do, I'd like for YouTube to feed itself. So YouTube gives us enough, because it doesn't, trust me, which is why I got a job. I'd like YouTube to feed itself. I'd like it to feed itself enough for us to be able to travel more and vlog more, and it not cost us a fortune because it's paying for itself through YouTube.
Either that, or for establishments and countries to just get in touch with us directly and say, hey guys, we love what you do, we love your style and your down-to-earth approach.
Come here for free and review us.
Come to Portugal, we'll put you up, review some places.
Like we'll always say to people, we will, but we won't lie.
We won't lie.
There'll be no lies.
Regardless.
It's not like, give us a free holiday and we'll say you're wonderful.
You can't buy our words. You can't buy our words.
So yeah, that and I'd like for you all to help Jason's song that is coming up soon as a single.
Oh, I like how you just threw that out there.
Sorry,
I didn't tell you could do that. I'm joking, of course. Carry on.
As a single, with part of the proceeds going to an animal charity. We would like you all to buy that, because it'll be cheap enough, and the message of it is very important. And the beautiful thing about it is, although it's performed by Jason, we co-wrote it. Yeah.
So just to clarify on that, for anybody in the chat, 93, 89 thumbs up, we're getting close to 100. Thank you. Just to clarify, EP, New Year.
Yeah.
It's going to be New Year.
Yeah,
if I want to put it out the way that I want it to put it out, and I want it to sound the way that I want it to sound.
Happy with it. This is what I keep saying.
New Year.
He has to be happy with it. He can't be rushing to get things out, because he said it might be this year. It's like, no, you must be happy with it before you put anything out there.
But
however, the one song, which is beautiful, and I'm not just saying that because I co-wrote it, it was beautiful anyway. The sentiment behind it was beautiful. It's just that when we get together and put words together, it creates something pretty beautiful, and it is a beautiful song, and it's an important song.
that will be out before Christmas.
Yes.
So yeah, exciting stuff. Beck says, I bought a real tree from IKEA for 25 quid and you get a £10 IKEA voucher to spend in January. Bargain, eh?
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Yeah, fair play. I'm just picking up on...
I don't know how I feel about real trees, though. Just being grown and cut down for...
Yeah.
To be honest with you, Beck.
I think it's a sustainable system, though.
Is it,
with
though?
Christmas trees. I think it is. Because it's been... Yeah. I would be very surprised if it isn't. I would imagine most of the time it's a sustainable industry.
It'd be nice to have a living tree in a pot.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Although then it'd get really big, wouldn't it?
Da Vinci has referenced Ancient Apocalypse. Da Vinci, we smashed through the whole series and absolutely loved it. And I know he's had a lot of flack, Graham Hancock, but we both really enjoyed the series.
Very, very interesting. Well, it just puts it all to bed, doesn't it? It's like, stop saying that civilization started 6,000 years ago, because Göbekli Tepe alone says
12.
Double that.
Yeah.
Double that.
Yeah. But thank you for the recommendation, Da Vinci. And it just means that we're on the same page with these things. That's all it is. It just means we're on the same page. We really enjoyed it. It was very, very good. And he's essentially, he says it himself, he's a journalist. He's investigating. He's asking questions. All he's doing is asking legitimate questions about stuff.
Yes.
It's very strange and very weird.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Very important.
Yeah. Notice how ISIS completely ignored you.
Yeah. ISIS.
Should I do it in my falsetto?
Lovely little ISIS.
Oh, we can be a bit louder, by the way. We apparently
no neighbours at home.
Our next door neighbours have moved out, so for a short time we can sing and make as much noise as we want. ISIS. D-Rabbit made it back.
Hooray.
Before we all say goodnight. I'm glad you made it back. That's great. Most definitely. That's just reminded me, Adam. Peter Griffin's Christmas album.
They're up in my bum. Up in my bum.
I bring these gifts for you. They're up in my bum. Oh, it's childish, but it's funny. It's funny.
Oh, Adam says, now there's the contentious statement, Adam. You can get the curry pies in Heron as well. Not all of them. Our local one in Oldham's never had them in. Never. So some Herons, but most farm foods, I think, for the curry pies, the fries curry pies.
Yes. Oh, it jumped again.
Peace on earth.
Oh, wow. Right, we're going to have to...
Let it be.
Going back to favourite Christmas songs, Leanne says, Carol of the Bells. Second would be Wish You a Merry Christmas by Stevie Wonder. Nice. Nice. And Tracy Leroy, agree, Jason, as an agnostic, I absolutely love Christmas hymns. It's strange, isn't it? I mean, I spent 4 or 5 years singing in a cathedral choir, so I'm kind of, it's ingrained into me. Do you know what I mean? All that stuff. It's all there, and it's nostalgia, and it brings back those memories as well from those times, formative years, as I said to you the other day.
Die Hard is a Christmas film, Ryan.
Bruce Willis says it isn't.
Bruce Willis.
And he's in it.
He's just an actor in it. That's all.
He's just an actor in it. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. He
didn't write it. He didn't direct it. He was fit when he was in it.
Is that your favourite Christmas song, Imran? Look at the snow, oh my God, look, here comes Jesus, and he doesn't look too happy. You could put it to any Christmas carol, really, couldn't you? I love it. It's great. And I think we are reasonably well caught up. Reasonably well caught up with the chat now. Going back to the question before about the date night meal, I think. Is that? I think it is. Or maybe not, I'm not sure. I agree, by the way.
You know what you could do, Kate? You could make it really romantic and do like, you've got a computer and a printer. Just do a little light menu where you can tick your options. I have decided to cook you a meal to celebrate our anniversary. Please choose from the following options. And you can have a private option at the bottom that no one else sees for later. What? I'm being romantic and modern romantic.
Modern, yeah. If you're anything like us, you'll have a computer and a printer, but your printer doesn't work properly.
We'll crack away.
You're getting us a spot more wine.
I think you get.
Everybody is in agreement. Die Hard is definitely a Christmas film. And Barbara is here with us. Hello from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Sorry, Barbara. Thank you for being here. And thank you for joining us on this lovely live, chilled in our living room. 94 thumbs up. We are so close to getting 100. And thank you so much to all of you that have given the live stream a thumbs up. It does help, genuinely, with the YouTube algorithms and getting more people on this journey. Down to earth veganism all the way.
On the reg.
As I always say.
I have a book for you. It's up in my
Stop that now. Stop that now. Da Vinci says, I would like to direct the first feature film of those vegan guys. That would be nice, Da Vinci, but you know what we're like. We would be directing and producing and writing ourselves and in it. Because that's just who we are as people.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. It's what we do every day, pretty much. Barbara, thank you for your lovely words.
Yes, Wales will be our next. Well, the next Grub Club will be in Manchester in January.
Yeah.
And then hopefully March in Wales. And if we work it out right, that might be a combined Grub Club with Ankara. Might be a double meetup.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be nice.
That would be awesome, yeah. And an overnighter for us, obviously.
Oh, gosh, absolutely. Yeah. I'd probably end up doing a weekend in Wales.
I'm not like that there.
I wouldn't want to
Leanne and Imran, I'm not doing Wales and back in a day.
No, we should have stayed, because it's like I wish we'd have stayed. It would have cost us the same to stay 2 nights in the Premier Inn as it did one.
As we discovered a few days later. Yeah. Vegan Runner, thank you for coming back and joining us, and I hope you enjoyed yourself with the, was it wreath making? I think it was wreath making. I hope I've not just conjured that up out of thin air.
Peace on earth.
Da Vinci, yes, is the simple answer to that. It is going to go on Bandcamp, I think. Yeah, most definitely. That'll be the main place it will be. In fact, that's probably the only place you'll be able to get it is on Bandcamp. But I might just put a little teaser out there. I actually did a little teaser.
Kate, where's Pembrokeshire?
Was it last time we did a live?
Wales, is it?
Pembrokeshire, lots of new vegan. Kate says, yeah, lads, get yourselves down to Pembrokeshire. Lots of new vegan restaurants, cafes, options which have opened in the last few years. Well worth a visit, and the best coastal walks in the country. Pembrokeshire, fabulous. I'll be honest with you, Kate, and anybody who knows me well, my geography knowledge is shockingly bad.
Mine's not great, to be honest with you.
So
I think I know more about the world geographically than I do about my own country.
But anything that involves coastal walks for me, I think Hayes might have done.
Which is a bugbear of mine, actually. I've said before, haven't I, that geography in my school was learning about how glaciers were formed and stuff like that. And I'm like, teach me what about the world? Teach me the world right now. That's another throwback to advertising.
As in, like, geographical locations.
Tell me about
stuff.
the world.
Yeah, as opposed
where is India on a map? What's its capital?
We don't really.
You know, all that kind of. I had to learn all that myself after school.
We don't need to know about igneous and sedimentary rock, do we?
But I could tell you what a glacier did and how long it took to form.
Oh, Adam, you're a dude. You're a dude. Thank you, mate. Adam says, I'll definitely be buying it. Everyone should get on Bandcamp and buy part 1, part 2. It's only £4 each and well worth it.
That's his 2 EPs that are already out with 4 songs on each. But the single release will be £1.
It'll be £1. Yeah, it'll be £1. Tracy, thank you so much as well. Kenny is in the house. Kenny, thank you for joining us. We are going to finish this.
Yep.
And then we're going to wrap up. So, you know.
Wrap up warm.
Be a while, yeah. Be a short while longer. Leanne says, our outside tree is a living tree. It now weighs a ton, so moving it now is a chore. You may need to stay put. Fair dues. Yeah. Totally get that. Oh, jumpy. Jumpy.
Stop jumping so much.
That's quite funny. Yeah, how did we watch that before? Was it John on TYT? He kind of
yes.
Yeah, it was the
trailer. John's live stream.
Yeah, John on TYT shared the new trailer for the Indiana Jones film, which actually looks quite good. Yeah. Oh, nice one, Sarah. I didn't know you was on Bandcamp. That's awesome. Da Vinci knows about the robots. two thumbs up to get us to 100. We're 2 off, but we've got 86 in the house. So it could be that the 86 people in the house have already thumbed up.
And it's YouTube will be it's very kind of intuitive. It'll be like they've been on an hour and they're not even at 100 yet. We're not sharing this. That's what happens. That's what happens.
I know. It's hard to impress the YouTube robots. It's very hard to impress the YouTube robots, and for them to look down on you and deem you worthy enough to take and share to the world. But we're getting there, slowly but surely. Thank you, whoever that was. Thank you.
See, Kate didn't think I was really good. She liked the idea.
No, I was joking, obviously. I actually think it is a good idea.
Of the menu.
Yeah, I do. I do think it's a good idea, genuinely. I think it's cute.
Leanne and Imran and Dangarad, I'm going to be banking on all you to give me venue ideas because, I'm going to have to choose somewhere that we're staying and then choose a venue not too far from there, or vice versa, choose a venue and then find a hotel near that place. That
probably work better, actually. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It's a while off, anyway. It's a few months off. We'll get there. We'll get there, and it's gonna be fun.
Oh, thank you, everyone. 101 thumbs up.
There you go. Oh, thanks, guys. Kate says Pembrokeshire is the southern tip of Wales. I've heard South Wales is absolutely gorgeous in the summer, like being abroad.
Good for surfing, apparently, as well. Allegedly. Some good surfing down there on the south coast.
My sister and one of her first girlfriends went to St David's, and they came back unbelievably tanned. This is when I was a little kid. Nobody I knew went abroad. That didn't happen. So I'd never seen anybody come back that tanned. I think St David's is South Wales, or
Adam smashed through Wednesday on Netflix. I've heard good things for the most part, although there does seem to be a little bit of controversy floating around over the last 48 to 72 hours. Some people have been watching it who are fans are saying there's some racist element to it. I don't know whether that's related to the casting or a specific episode and the content of a specific episode. I don't know. I've just seen it on the waves, the social waves. But I have heard very good things about it. Wednesday. I have Wednesday Adam. It's the new series on Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was thinking about the whole racism thing, because there's this whole thing about the employee of the royal family. She's not part of the royal family. She's an employee of the royal family, who was asking somebody at a function.
Oh yeah.
Where she was from. And it's all kicked off, and everyone's saying she must be a bot. Cancel her. And I'm like, what, for asking where someone's from? Really? For asking where someone's from?
Everything is subjective. No, you can't weigh in on that because you haven't got all the facts. Everything's subjective.
No, and this is the thing. It's been turned into this massive issue, but it's not racism.
It might not have been a massive issue.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
I don't necessarily think it's racism asking where somebody's from.
But it depends.
It's taken an interest.
It depends how it was asked, how many times it was asked.
Yeah.
And so that's what I mean. It's a difficult one, and if you're not there, and then the media and the press will pick it up and blow it up.
This is what I'm saying. Though everyone's gone absolutely crazy about it, and I'm like, it worries me, because it's the kind of thing I'd ask.
Mm-hmm.
Although I wouldn't assume that somebody wasn't born in this country, I'd probably say, where are your family from originally?
See, that's different, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm young and switched. Well, I'm not young, I'm 53. I'm younger and switched on. This old lady who worked for the royal family is very...
You mean the same old people that are in politics and controlling the country?
No, she's way older.
Really?
Yeah. Have you not seen her? She's a proper pensioner.
Right. But still, you know, it's a difficult one, isn't it?
I don't think she meant anything bad by it. I just think the world's gone a bit crazy at the moment. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall, though.
Yeah, that's just it, isn't it? That's just it. I mean, I think because I'm a little bit more... if I'm honest with you, I think I'm a little bit more educated and a little bit more passionate and a little bit more switched on to all of that stuff from being really actively involved with Black History Month this year. I've done a lot through work, through my day job with Black History Month. I've seen, spoke to and heard a lot of perspectives from Black people on their experiences. And one of the things that came up in those conversations was a young girl that I work with who was on holiday with a partner who had a very similar experience to that. But the person kept asking her over and over again, oh, no, I don't mean that. I meant like, and it started from a really nice place, which was, oh, you've got lovely skin. That's where it started. And then it escalated from there. And it was like, actually, it got to a point where it just became really uncomfortable for her because this person was just continually like digging. No, yeah, but where are you from? Where are you from originally? Oh, no, I didn't.
So inquiring about someone's history is a thing that was brought up as an offensive thing during Black History Month. This is what I'm saying.
But it made her feel uncomfortable the way that she was being asked it.
I know. It's just like, I just think, like, let's take trans people, for example. Trans people will say, ask me. Don't assume or judge. Ask me what my pronouns are. Not just trans people, LGBTQIA people.
Yeah.
Ask me what my pronouns are. Ask me my story. Yeah, I want to talk about it, just don't assume. And then when we do ask, people take offense. And so it's a very sensitive world at the moment. And I think people are sensitive in that, like, we're all hurt and damaged by so much politics and horrible wars and communism and people being oppressed and suppressed and, you know, all of this stuff. And we kind of take it all out on each other rather than allowing for those questions. Like, I would like to think that if somebody asked me a question about my sexuality and I took it offensively, I might say to them, I understand why you're asking, but the way you asked it could be taken really funny. I've took it a bit funny. However, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
But I think that comes with age and experience. So for some people who are from different cultural backgrounds who are very young, like in the late teens or their early 20s, I could see how that could like make them feel a bit like, oh.
Well, I would hope that they kind of, you know, learn
Yeah,
the world and toughen themselves
But I
up
also
and...
hope that the other person who was asking learns as well. Yeah.
But how can you learn when you're immediately attacked for asking a question?
She wasn't.
And there's the crux.
She wasn't.
I'm not.
I know.
Don't do that.
She wasn't though, but you know.
She wasn't. I'm not talking about your friend from work. I'm generalizing.
Yeah.
Like a whole.
Yeah.
You know.
But most people don't. That's the thing. Most people don't. Whether it's around sexuality or gender or color, actually, most people are quite receptive to being asked questions.
I think we all have to have tougher skins, and we all have to help guide people asking us questions in the wrong way, not by getting offended and angry at them, but by saying, I'm not comfortable with the way you're asking that. I think I know what you mean and what you're trying to say. You're asking about my heritage, where my family are from, or you're asking me when I knew I was gay. Is that...
Yeah.
You know, there's a way for us all to...
Absolutely.
That's the thing.
Yeah. And it starts with respect, doesn't it?
Yes, Dorcas, we're deep into watching The Peripheral, and it's brilliant. And I still say she reminds me of oh, for God's sake.
It's hard to follow, I will say. It's almost borderline
it's complex.
Too complicated for its own good. I'd say it's borderline becoming detrimental to my enjoyment of it.
Is it really?
A little bit, yeah. Only a tiny bit. And that's just me being honest. But we're in it and I'll see it through. And the cast is amazing. The writing is amazing. But it's a lot to follow because I think there's like 3 factions, without too many spoilers or giving too much away. There's a lot going on in there, and it's time travel. It's complicated. There's real people, there's synthetic things going on, there's virtual reality. But it is fabulous. It is fabulous. I'll give them that.
What you just saw, by the way, between us two was a very natural discussion and debate. We do that a lot about all sorts.
We chatted the other night about college, didn't we? And further education, and we had a right good chat about that, didn't we?
We both cried.
We did. Yeah, we had a little cry. Mainly you, though. Mainly him. But yeah, that's what we do, isn't it? So whilst we were having that chat, and now we need to just check and make sure that we've not missed anything really significant.
Of course. Cliff Richard.
Where's that? Oh, there. Yeah.
I visited England in 1983 and would love to visit again. Saw Davy Jones and met him and Cliff Richard in concert.
Oh, Barbara, that's awesome. Good stuff. My mum was well into Cliff Richard. I think she might still be. I'm not 100% sure. No, I think Mum was Cliff Richard.
No, we bought your mum a Cliff Richard album one Christmas about 7, 8, 9 maybe years ago, and she said specifically he likes him more than me.
Really?
Yes.
Well,
am I right, Rona? I remember that specifically.
I thought Dad was Gene Pitney.
But I love that Wired for Sound song that he sang in the 80s. You know, walking around about with a head full of music, cassette in my pocket, and I'm gonna use it. Stereo, eating the breakfast show. Oh, 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 oh.
FPL, thank you for being here.
Power from the music.
Oh, so yeah, Angarad's north and Leanne's south.
Well, perhaps we'll meet in the middle of Wales, maybe, if everyone's up for it.
We'll figure it out. Like we said, we've got time yet, haven't we? We've got the Manchester Grub Club before we even think about the Wales Grub Club.
There's the thing, though, Leanne, that's what we've heard and read, but none of us were there. Were we?
Exactly. Yeah.
None of us were there.
Yeah. It's all.
And we don't know if she didn't have the ability to say, oh, I'm sorry. I mean, where are your family from originally? Because there are no black families originally from England. None. That's a fact. Like, as in everybody came here for wonderful reasons. The war, way before that. But it's nobody's line started here.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
On the line
I get that.
Here.
I think, to be honest with you, if I put myself in the shoes of that person in that situation, and I probably shouldn't because I don't know enough about the situation, but if I put myself in that person's shoes, I think the question I'd be asking is, why? Why do you want to know? Why is it important to you? Why are you repeatedly asking me this? Why is it important to you that you know that information? And how does it make you feel better? So there's a little bit of that as well. I can see both sides, but I'm saying if I put myself in,
if you did that after I'd asked you,
if someone's repeatedly
I'd be like,
digging.
How rude.
No, it seems in this situation. No, it seems in this situation like she was digging and she wouldn't stop the same line of questioning.
There's no like. That's why I said I'd like to be a fly on the wall, because I think it has possibly been blown way out of proportion, or she's a horrific woman, and I've no idea. And I just wish that people were a bit more understanding of each other in situations like that. That's all.
Da Vinci says, do you feel the new Prime Minister is better?
No.
1% better? 1% better.
Than what?
I'm assuming he's referring to Johnson, the previous Prime Minister.
The previous Prime Minister was Liz Truss.
Oh, yeah, sorry. yeah.
We've had a lot of prime ministers in this country.
I'd actually forgotten about her.
I know, in a very, very, very short space of time. Yeah. So better than what or whom. But I can answer you straight away. No, he's a Tory. He believes in conservative values, and conservative values are all about conserving what's yours. So protect the millionaires and the billionaires and let them keep whatever they have, and help the poor as little as you possibly can, because we need to conserve what we've got. I can't stand that mindset. It's so unhuman. It's inhumane. It's not of the earth. I hate it. I always said it would be absolutely impossible for me to be a billionaire. Think about that one. Impossible. Impossible. I could never, ever have even 1 billion. Impossible.
Yeah, well, I think that's... Yeah.
And I don't believe that anybody should. I think anyone that has billions should be ashamed of themselves that they live on this planet and don't help more. I'm still really angry at Tusk. Let's call him Tusk, for spending 44 billion, 20 billion more than he should have done to buy Twitter when he could have solved world hunger.
Adam says, I honestly can't say, I can honestly say I didn't get that vibe of any racist elements. I mean, the girl who plays Wednesday, Jenna Ortega, isn't white. That's interesting, Adam. You know what? It's just like we were saying before, the media, you know, or vast swathes of the media are, you know, the enemy of many of us, really, because they sensationalize, they blow things out of proportion, they hunt for stories that aren't even there and then blow them up way out of proportion. And it might just be that, or it might have literally just been the show, the entirety of the show and its cast and everything. There's quite a lot at the moment, isn't there, going on around like casting should be more representative. And it might be that actually they're just being criticized a little bit for not enough mixture within the casting. I'm not sure, but that's really nice. Really appreciate, Adam, your perspective, because when all said and done, you've sat and watched the entire series, so you know you've got a much more informed opinion. I've seen a few things floating around about it, because I was very much like, oh yeah, we should get on that at some point, because we both love the Addams Family, don't we? Like back in the day, and I'm like, I wonder if it holds up and if it's good. And then quite a lot of people have been like it's really, really good. And then I was like, it's Tim Burton, and we've both had our issues with Burton. But
only because he keeps remaking things.
Apparently he's back on top form with this, and it's really good.
Leanne says, speaking of pronouns, the Lord Chancellor has ordered that judges are to be addressed as judge now instead of sir or ma'am. Much more neutral, which is good. It is kind of good. I really enjoyed saying ma'am, though.
I like the neutrality, but yeah, I know what you mean. Tracy, we're loving The Peripheral. As a long-time science fiction fan, agreed it is complicated but scientifically accurate. Chloe Grace Moretz was amazing in Let the Right One In.
Oh, yeah. KH, I can't speak for people of colour, but it's possibly related to the hatred for immigrants and the sense of bothering it gives to assume darker skinned people aren't us, they are from somewhere else. But in there lies a conundrum, because if you're from, for example, the Britain, dark skinned people are from somewhere else. They may have been here 200 years, but their family came here, and so many generations are born here. So I'm fully aware of that, and I'm a really curious person, and I love to know people's backstories, and I love to know about their parents and their families and their struggles and how did they get here and why, and I might ask questions that people would be like, how rude, and I wouldn't mean it rude in any way. So that's why I was talking about it earlier. It personally worries me that I might ask a question that somebody would be really upset about, and it would be, actually, I want to know about you. So there you go.
Just reading all the chat, all interesting comments and conversation going on. Absolutely. Star Cradle, that's very true about the billionaires, of course, as well. Yeah, very, very true. Emeralds with Musk, I think it was, wasn't it?
Apartheid. It's like a white family from South Africa took complete advantage of people and got very rich from it. So yeah.
And it's, yeah, I mean, I think everybody's pretty much in agreement. I mean, I think, you know, I mean, how can you sleep at night as a billionaire? Like, literally, how can you sleep at night as a billionaire? I know Bill Gates gets put in the firing line for gets quite a lot of flack, but as far as I'm aware, he has actually done a lot with his money and invested a lot and donated a lot. Bill Gates, similar to Dolly Parton. You know, Dolly. I don't think Dolly's not a billionaire, is she? But she's very rich.
KH says, I understand that. I think they just get weary of their racial background being a focus. Absolutely, and I get it, because what I've experienced is seemingly inappropriate questions about why I'm a vegan and why I'm gay over the years. And I've always assumed, and perhaps this is just because I'm that kind of person, that the person asking me isn't asking me to offend me at all. They've just gone about the question the wrong way. Always. I've never been like, do you know, it's because I'm not that kind of person. And I know that people ask things in the wrong way sometimes when they're genuinely curious, and they might say something that seems really offensive, but that's not what they mean. They're actually genuinely curious. And I've experienced that in vegan and sexuality. And even as a drag queen.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, it's context and mood as well. And I would like to say the same thing about myself, but I would say that it really depends on the day and the time and what mood I'm in.
Absolutely.
I would hope that I'd be able to, you know, recognize that in the same way that we do with veganism. You know, we get asked, you know, we get private message sometimes, we get sent all kinds of weird and wonderful things sometimes. And for the vast majority of that, we try to, you know, be reasonably delicate in our approach and try and see where the other person's coming from and empathize and understand and do our best and be respectful. And that's, I think, all anybody can do, really.
Oh, yeah, it boggles my mind when people defend billionaires too. And I think people do that because they think they might be billionaires one day. It's like, just in case I'm one day, and I could be a billionaire.
Yeah, possibly that. Yeah. It's that whole thing, isn't it? Of that, like, I suppose, and I wouldn't mind kind of wrapping things up fairly soon, to be honest, because it's starting to crack on a little bit. But I will say, the intersectionality thing and the article that you wrote around sexuality, the intersectionality of it all, not just like sexuality and veganism, but actually racism, veganism, sexuality, the way that we treat each other as human beings, the fact that actually what we all need to do is take a step back, recognize there are different factions of society that have suffered and been impacted, but actually in that suffering and that impact, we've got a commonality there.
Of course we have.
Whether it's vegan, a veganism thing, or a sexuality or gender thing, or a racism thing, there are lots and lots of people who have been negatively impacted, bullied, suffered, abused, tormented. And we definitely just need to come together and own that collectively. I can't remember that thing that we watched a couple of years ago. It was brilliant. You showed it me. It was like a video on YouTube where a whole bunch of people who in any normal walk of life would never come together, all were like basically invited to like a pub or a bar, and they just talked. And it was really powerful. I can't remember what it was, but it was incredible. And that's what we need to do, don't we? More of that to you know, be a bit more positive about it. Anywho, we have smashed the 100 thumbs up. We are on 110,
and we've been on an hour and a half,
and we usually do an hour on a Friday on average, don't we?
Well,
we've actually
done an hour and a half tonight,
but we've had some good chats, and we've had some great questions and comments from you all. It's been really nice.
Hope nobody feels it got heavy. I think discussions like this are actually really important.
Yeah,
it's how we all learn how to do better with each other, learn how to ask things better, learn how to, do you know what I mean? It's like we shouldn't shove things under the carpet, like, don't talk about that. No, we should never do that. We should just yeah, we should. I like the freedom to ask questions, and if I ask them in the wrong way, I expect somebody to politely say to me, I'm a little bit offended by the way you've asked that, Paul, but so that I can go, oh, please, I didn't mean it that way. I'm just really curious about your sexuality, your gender, your transition, your origin, your family, your whereabouts, you know, whatever it may be. I would hope that somebody would be able to say to me, to be absolutely blunt with me and say, I could take that the wrong way, Paul, but I know you, maybe they know me well enough to know that I don't mean it offensively. Or,
I know it's coming from a good place, so I know you're inquisitive.
But here's how to ask that question better.
Yeah.
Teach me
something. Yeah, totally. Totally, 100%. And I think, I'd like to think most people are like that, to be fair. I'd like to think.
Well, I've done that with people when they've asked about my veganism or my sexuality.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, big time. So we will slowly start to bring this to a close, start to wrap things up, because it's been over an hour and a half, as Paul said before.
Because you do have to get back to present wrapping, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Da Vinci, before we finish the live stream, I will make sure to put a link in the chat to my Bandcamp page. The EP isn't on there yet, as mentioned before, but it will be up. Fingers crossed.
But there are two EPs on there, part 1 and part 2, and you should all go and listen to them all Add the link now,
Yeah.
Jason, please. Open
Yeah,
this link
so's
in.
Dad.
Open this link in a new window. No, there, and save it, and then you can go and have a listen to his 2 EPs. And if you fancy buying one, great. And watch out for the new single coming soon.
Thank you. Oh, nice one. Cheers, Adam. Yeah, I think there's still, you know, it's a couple of years old that now, but the short film that we did,
Be the change.
that was the preview, like the trailer before. Just lost my train of thought.
Before the Vlogmas one.
Thank you. Yes, before the first Vlogmas. There's still actually people. I'm really glad that some of you saw it, because there's a couple of people who commented that had said, "I can't believe I missed this 2 years ago." So yeah, I'm really glad you
type those
seen
vegan guys Be the Change into YouTube and find our little short film
and share it. If you share it, because it's really approachable for people who aren't vegan.
It is.
I think it is.
Well, it doesn't show anything graphic.
Yeah, it's really approachable for people who aren't vegan.
It asks questions that some people might find uncomfortable.
Yeah. Lovely comments from people. Everyone wishing us well. Enjoy your weekend. KH says,
I'm glad we all learn from each other. I think it's wonderful. It's wonderful that on this channel we can chat about anything, and we can all like, oh no, I agree, I disagree, but we're all respectful and lovely. And if we can do it here,
yeah,
world,
yeah,
hello, you know what I mean?
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah. Oh, Angarad's live. Amazing live stream tonight. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Angarad, for just being you and being awesome. Because you're inspiring and motivating also.
She's a thriver. She's not gonna give up. She's not gonna stop. She's gonna do better.
I'm done.
I'm done.
I'm out of my wine. I'm slightly tipsy. I'm quite warm now. After a nice healthy debate and chat. And
now maybe we will watch the first episode of Star Trek Next Generation. I'm not sure.
Maybe we will.
It's hour and a half though, isn't it? The first episode is like movie length.
Yeah, I'd be up for it. Possibly.
So thank you so much, guys, for joining us and always being there to chat with us and support us. Thank you for your views, your likes, your comments on the vlogs that we do put up, because all that stuff helps like you wouldn't believe. Without it, nobody goes anywhere on YouTube. This is a hard place, but it's a place that we've fallen in love with very, very much. And so we will continue to keep putting out content for you. Don't forget, there's going to be, even some of them might just be 30 seconds, but there's going to be a vlog a day, every day, until we have our Christmas dinner live on Christmas Day. So that anyone out there who doesn't have anyone to spend time with can at least switch on the laptop or the telly and sit with us while we have our dinner and have a bit of company.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to all of the Vlogmas stuff. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. As Paul said, the run up to Christmas Day. And then, of course, after that, we'll take a few days break. And we will be hitting the January 2023 quite firmly.
Yeah, we will. Massive thank you to Leanne and Ashley for being here to moderate tonight. Although we do set our chats so that you can't take part in the chat unless you've been subscribed for at least an hour, because frankly, you get some arseholes on YouTube. In the world, funnily enough, you get some arseholes. And that's one barrier. And those two beautiful women are the second barrier, and I call them both beautiful women because they identify they are indeed women, and that's what they would want to be called. I'm not assuming anything is what I'm saying.
Don't assume. No, we know them well enough, don't we? We know them well enough, of course, having had the pleasure of meeting them and all of that jazz. So yeah, everyone's saying their goodbyes.
Yes, can I just say, Adam, Emma, Sarah, Leanne, Imran, bloody thank you for the hugs last Saturday.
Yeah,
guys, they were. So I'm a tight squeezer, and sometimes I said don't let go yet, and I might weird people out a bit. I did it with Leanne. I was like, just stay there for a second, please. I love my hugs, and they were food. Thank you.
Yeah,
very much.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Everyone's saying the goodbyes. It's been a lovely live stream as always. We thoroughly enjoy doing all of them. We love doing our chilled lounge vibe thing. We love doing our mukbangs on a Saturday in the kitchen. We love doing our cooking in the kitchen on a Sunday. As Paul said before, just to echo it, loads more coming up on the channel.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you for 115 thumbs up. And to the vast majority of you, thank you for sticking around for an hour and 40.
Yeah, thank you for being with us while we've chatted about the world in general. It's been quite fantastic. So thank you guys. Much appreciated. And yeah, we'll get off. Maybe D Rabbit White. I'm not reading it out because then people start shouting. You said we're going to do this. maybe. Love you, mister.
Maybe. Love you.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and spending your time with us. We will see you again tomorrow, funnily enough. And until then, please be excellent to yourselves and each other. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Bye, loves. Bye, loves.